like to welcome you to another edition of Rick Davis's Talking Gold. This is facts and figures on gold, silver, diamonds, and coins in everyday language that we hope you can understand and enjoy at the same time.
Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to buy your gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. We sit around, we talk to the people, we explain what we're doing, we explain what they have, and we show them how we're paying them for it, and then we pay you, yes, in cash. If you prefer a check, we'll pay in check. We buy all day, every day, gold, silver, diamonds, coins. We've been here 36 years, we pay you better, there's no game, there's no gimmick. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to pay you cash for your gold.
Now you can watch Rick Davis Talking Gold anytime on Rick's YouTube channel. Just type in www.youtube.com/user/Rick Davis Buys Gold. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business.
We'd like to remind you to stop by the store at 5301 Brainerd Road. Come in and chat with us. We're always there to answer your questions. And remember, Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business. Dollars in materials. It's probably $300 retail. You probably paid $2.99 for it. Tremendous markup. It's usually 600% nationwide.
I went through and said, well, if I haven't wore it a year, then I don't really need it.
Most of the ladies that bring in all yellow is they just don't wear anything but white anymore.
Well, I like yellow gold.
Me too, that's all I'm wearing.
But.
And it's coming back. You know, yellow gold is coming back. All the celebrities on some award show I seen a couple of weeks ago, all they wore was big, huge gold rings. I mean, beautiful stuff, but it was just gold.
I've always wore gold, but my wedding band, for some reason or another, I wanted white gold, and I just think it makes diamonds sparkle more.
I agree. That's your breadwinner right there, $617.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Could you say that a little louder?
Really? Thank you. I'll keep this.
Okay, keep the bracelet.
Yeah.
Now that you know you got enough to be home free.
It's more sentimental.
I understand. And I can't pay for sentiment. You walk with $680.
I'll take it.
Yay, yay, yay.
I was going to ask, speaking of gold and yellow gold and white gold, I've been thinking about getting a yellow gold setting for my diamond. Do y'all do that? Like,
Yes, ma'am.
I've just got to make up my mind what I want.
Let me tell you the easiest thing to do that will be, or I think you can appreciate what I'm saying. One, two, three, four, five, 620, 40, 60, and 80, $680. Without going into a lot of detail, let's see your ring.
It's round. It's the round.
Ooh, nice stone. Miss Norma, can I get a 28-second warm-up? Beautiful ring. Instead of taking it to yellow gold, buying a whole new mounting, having it all remounted, it's going to cost you, whether I do it or anybody else, if I do it, it's going to cost you $300 or $400 to get the mounting changed over to yellow. Some of the other stores would charge as much as $500 or $600 to change this mounting over. If I was you, I'd have it heavily gold plated. We do that. We can plate it. It'll look just like any yellow ring that you've got. Wear it for 6 months, 3 months, a couple of months. Decide that's what you want to do, and then if you actually like it in that, you can always, then we'll order the mounting, or you can have it replated once a year for $12. And then if you decide you want it in white, all you got to do is buff the yellow off of it and go back to white again.
Well, you know, my husband's daughter has got a yellow gold, and she has hers done in the white.
White gold,
silver.
yeah. It's always done that way. But I mean, that'll save you a lot of money. It's one of the little tricks of the trade. They would rather, most stores would rather sell you a new mounting than to tell you what you can do to actually get that look. Now, the problem with it is you have that ring plated in yellow. If you're in a lot of water and you're rubbing on it all the time, it'll wear off. I mean, it won't stay on there forever, but it's good for 2, 3, 4 months, depending on how much water you get into and how much wear it has. If you wear it only when you're dry, not in water, you don't take a shower in it, don't do anything, just wear it normal wear, a year. I mean, it won't fade or anything. It won't turn your finger, it won't hurt it.
And it costs how much?
$12.
$12.
But it's brand new, bright looking, shiny yellow gold.
Do I like leave it and come back and pick it up later?
You can get it in an hour. As long as my jeweler's free and, you know, we're not on a big job that's pushing, we can get it in an hour.
I'll talk to my husband about that, because then that way I can decide if I want to actually buy it.
And if you keep it in yellow for a little while and then you want to go back to white, all you got to do is buff it. You're not that expensive. Exchanging back and forth on those mountings is not going to cost you that much.
Okay, well, I'm going to.
And you can't tell the difference. Me as a jeweler with a loop and magnification, you can't tell the difference whether it's been plated or not. It just looks really good.
Do opals, that's for Caribbean.
Be very careful with opals there. This one you need to put some baby lotion on it, baby oil. They dry out, they get crackly, and they break very easy. If you put lotion on them, that keeps oil in them, just like your skin.
I know you can't clean them. You know.
Don't put them in any kind of cleaner. Just wipe them off with a soft cloth and warm water.
I like it because one thing, it's an odd color, and then it's heavy.
Yeah, very pretty ring.
We got that in Bahamas. But
Did you?
thank you very much.
All right,
and
thank
I'm
you.
Come back and get my ring gold plate.
Please do. Thanks for coming. Yes, ma'am. Sign out with Norma over there for your gold. He said this tested 95% or better, and he said you said it was 999. What was it? What did you melt?
It was I used to do industrial RT, and we would pull the silver out of the fixer, and it's supposed to come out 99.9% pure. And it took me a while to get just that little bit, like 50 gallons. But once I pulled it all out, it's just like, you know, chunks of silver, and I melted it all down. And that's what I got. Shaved as much as the slag and everything off as I could. I've had that thing for 17 years now.
If that be the case, it's worth $241. Because of what I think it is, or what it tests at, and what we think it is, we can do an assay on it and tell you exactly what it is, and then pay you. Or I'd do $220, cut you back $21. I'd do $220, and just take a shot at it, because it looks good to me. I don't think there's any problem with it. If you're, if that's fair for you, it's fair for me.
That's fair. Totally fair to me.
Well, I mean, it's hard to look at something like that, and when we file it, we know what our tests mean, and I think it's good. But how good? We got to go to a couple steps farther, take a little more time, and
It'll be good.
I'm willing to gamble $20 on it if you are. So.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, brother. Thank you very much. Sign out, Miss Norma, and just tell her you had you had a blob of 90%, 999 melted silver, scrap silver, industrial silver. What was that little guy called?
Marvin, Martian.
Who?
Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
That's a good old card.
I remembered, I just couldn't remember his name. 10 carat.
I watched a show the other night on TV.
Did you? What show did you watch?
One on Fox or something. It is Channel 12 at night.
Yeah, at 11:30 at
Yeah,
night.
that's how I knew you had a good parking spot
Yeah,
back here.
yeah.
Said the front is kind of difficult to get out of.
It's just, it's so crowded, and then you don't have much room to get in and out of the Brainerd Road, and there's a red light here and a red light. It's difficult. You park back here, you go out here, and it's red light controlled every time. Very easy.
Yeah, that's what I like.
You got $370 here.
All right, kid. This is the place to come.
We hope so. 1, 2, 320, 40, 60, 370. I thank you very much. If you'll sign out Miss Norma where you're ready to go.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
I want to thank you for watching the show. We're going to cut away for a commercial, but we'd like to invite you to 5301 Brainerd Road, where you can come in and meet and greet our staff. Very educational, very friendly staff. Come in and let us be your friend in the jewelry business for over 35 years.
Tell me about your staff over there. He's got a lot of people
God,
that's
our
dedicated.
staff is absolutely wonderful. They really are. The Golden Girls, which is Kathy and Deborah and Norma. Norma's 85 years old, works 6 days a week. Absolutely amazes me. I've never heard her complain in 11 years she's been with
She's
me.
a beautiful person.
Kathy, Deborah, same way. Kathy come 3 or 4 years ago as a part-time Christmas help for 2 weeks. And she told me the other day, I think she'd been there 5.5 years. Deborah, the same thing. A year after Kathy comes, she's been there about 4 years. She's my right arm. She's just like Jason. She takes care of business.
Yeah.
We've got Deward, that's our jeweler in the back. He's been with me 6 years. Jason and I have been together 5 years now. This man is straight as an arrow. He does his job. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it. I've got a couple of part-time guys that's in there, and they're just champs. They're doing good right now. We've got Chattanooga Police Department is there. Every hour we're open. We've got 2 officers that work inside the store, outside in the parking lot. Tinsel Tillery and Corey Stokes, Corey Greenmile Stokes. Wonderful officers. You know, I mean, I'm just very blessed with some wonderful people around me. The following segment is Judy O'Neill's Night Talk, live pre-recorded, where we answer and take calls from call-ins, emails, letters, questions that you may have, and we try to answer it live on the air. So stay tuned and maybe you'll pick up some tidbits of information that will become helpful to you in the following seasons.
Paul, are you there with your question for Rick?
Hi, Judy and Rick. My daughter had found, I don't know how long she had had it, but she found a charm bracelet that I had when I graduated from high school in 1965.
How about that?
And it has all it's all sterling, and all the charms on it are sterling. Because I was a cheerleader, so it has a little picture of a cheerleader. And everything that, that you did in high school, and then after high school, marrying, babies, and that kind of thing, just tickled me to death. She couldn't have bought me anything that would have been any nicer than that.
I bet it was. I bet it had if it had all the charms in it, you probably had your boyfriend's football number.
Now, Rick, you wouldn't want to know that because I've been married too many times. I wouldn't have enough bracelet big enough.
You wouldn't have enough links on the bracelet to put
No,
them?
I wouldn't.
But that was the thing that we, when I was in high school, charm bracelets were it. We collected them. Sure enough.
That's right. That's right. And then it kind of faded away, and now they've come back with that Pandora thing.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I think the Pandora thing is kind of a fad. I think that's something that's going to just kind of phase out.
It definitely is. It's it's a brand name, but it's still a fad. It's like Tiffany and Company.
Uh-huh.
They can take $25 worth of silver and turn it into a $150 bracelet. And for a while, that's going to work. But then when people get tired of wearing it and they start selling it, they're going to see they're not going to get much money out of it.
Yeah. Well, this one charm on it is got, there's a penny on it, and on the back of it, it just says Lucky Penny, but the penny is a 1955 penny.
Yeah, that's an old penny.
It's really interesting. It's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna have to get it cleaned up real good.
I've got a penny in one of my drawers in my little doodad boxes at home.
Uh-huh.
It's got the entire Lord's Prayer on one side and the national anthem on the other.
Oh, how neat.
And you have to have magnification to even read it, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah. But I was gonna ask you, one time I was looking at, I think it was quarters, and it was either the 72 or the 70 quarter. Which one of those? It was real expensive. I was looking at a little piece of paper that you could order a quarter for this particular year. It may have been a silver dollar. I don't know. But I know that one year, and I can't remember whether it was 70 or 72, was just real expensive. I couldn't understand that. Was there a reason for that year it being an odd
Probably
amount?
what you was looking at was a silver dollar or a replica coin.
Uh-huh.
Was it around $30?
It was high, but the others were just, not that much.
That's
at all.
probably a lot of marketing,
Uh-huh.
a lot of things that have been, people will, I'm talking about manufacturing companies, they will take and they'll put out a silver dollar that they've had for several years. They'll put a fancy bezel on it, put a little chain with it. The dollar is only worth $1.
Right.
The silver dollar is only, in that year, is only worth $1. But they can spend a couple of dollars putting a bezel on it to hold it and a necklace on it for another $2 or $3 and call it an Eisenhower commemorative necklace and get $39 out of it.
Oh, I see where
So,
you're coming from.
there's a lot of marketing that's done in coins that just, it's not something that you're going to put back and see an instant profit on.
Right.
Well,
listen.
Yes, I have a question for Rick
Okay.
about buying silver.
Yes, sir.
Not as much as an investment, but as a safety valve, like.
Yes, sir.
So which way is the best way to buy it? In the coinage or the ounce plates and for what? Which way is the best way to buy it?
I think, and this is strictly, again, I use this as an easy way to do it. If you buy silver, your question was should you buy coinage or should you buy bullion? Well, in my opinion, I think you should buy bullion for one reason, is it's easy to track. If you have an ounce of silver, 999 silver, and you look at the paper in the morning, if silver's at $30, that's what your ounce of silver is worth. If you've got 100 ounces of silver, 999, and it's worth $30, you got $3,000. Now, if you've got $3,000 worth of 90% coins, and how are you gonna figure out what they're worth? Some days they're worth 77% of market, other days they'll bring 79%. Other days nobody's wanting any of them, and you might be lucky to get 16 times face. So, it's just something that's not easy for you to track, and it's not easy to find buyers for it.
Okay, on the coinage, it's 999. Was that a double eagle or?
Well, 999 is silver bullion, just raw, pure silver. You can buy it in rounds, you can buy it in 1 ounce, you can buy it in bars, you can buy it in 100-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars. You can buy those things any way you want to buy them.
All right. And you sell the coinage there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have anything you could want. Just call me at the store and talk to me, and we'll figure out what you want.
All right.
The only reason I'm telling you to go with pure silver and ounces is there will never be any question as to how much money you can get out of what you have. It's always listed in the paper every day at what it's worth.
Yes, sir. All righty. I appreciate your information.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling.
Now, for those of you, we sit here and talk about going to Rick's store. Rick's at 5301 Brainerd Road. He opens at 10 o'clock and stays there till 6. I want to remind you all that he has cases and cases, showcases of gift items for you. Everything from Rolex watches to pearls to diamonds to silver, and you can find, and I think you have maybe a safe some things you don't have out that you can show them if they ask you.
Lord, we've got things in boxes that we haven't even started to put out yet.
Right.
So, I mean, it's, and if there's something special people are looking for, we'll dig through the pretties and, see what we've got. We've got 27 showcases, and I don't think there's room to put another piece of jewelry in any of them. I mean, it's just been, we see so much pretty stuff, and the prices are, you start talking about a ring that was $2,000, and it's got $425 worth of scrap gold and diamonds in it. I can't beat it up. I can't destroy that workmanship. So I'll put it out on the counter at $600 and try to sell it.
Right.
And then I lose sight of it. You know how that goes. Well, I'll get my money back quick. It won't be. Well, 2 months later, I forgot about that, and it's still sitting over there on the counter. So it's kind of like putting money in the bank.
That's right.
It's just.
You're right.
And it takes people time to recognize a bargain, to see what it is, and then you start talking about the weights of it. And it's a little time consuming, but it works well for me. It works well for all the customers.
So I'd encourage you all, instead of going to the mall and spending all that money, to go out there and get the real thing. Let's talk about some other gift ideas, and we won't go back and find out how much gold is tonight. I know you're watching the market over there.
I am. Other gift ideas, Judy, we've got, if you can name it, we've got it.
Fur coats.
Fur coats, minks, $2,000 mink coat, $120. We sold 4 or 5 today. We had 15, 18, I think, starting the day. I think we've got 12 or 13. We sold a fox coat today that was $1,700. I believe it brought 200.
What was that when you told me that was a wolf?
A wolf coat.
Wolf coat.
I marked the wolf coat. It's got a hood. It's made out of Alaskan wolf, and it's got I believe it's a small mink border trim around it. A very rugged looking coat, but very pretty. I mean, it's
different.
You have to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was high dollar. I think I marked it $140. So I mean, there's just some.
So if you're looking for a fur coat, everybody, women want diamonds and fur coats. They want minks and diamonds. Well, he's got both of those over there for you.
We've
That's
got,
called wife insurance.
Wife insurance.
How does Rick Davis see hundreds of people every day and nobody waits over 15 minutes? It's simply the system. Check in with the Golden Girls first. They divide your jewelry into plastic bins. Next, wait for your number to be called. This may be my favorite part because it is never a long wait and it gives me the opportunity to look around the showroom. Then, when my number is called, I get to see Rick or Jason. Both of them are great. They give me a value on my items and I decide if I want to sell it or not. Of course, I always do because Rick pays the best. Last, I sign out with Miss Norma. She's really a gem, and I'm on my way. I always have a great time with Rick and his friendly staff. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to thank you for watching the show. Hope you got some knowledge out of it. Hope you learned some things and picked up some footnotes along the way that you didn't fully understand. If we can answer any questions, remember we're located at 5301 Brainerd Road. We're your friend in the jewelry business. Thank you, and God bless.